Palafox, hey, if I get my hands on Akali, I'm going to carry the game. Well, this is it. Can you carry against a game? Can you carry a game against the likes of Team Liquid? Get past the laning phase, because he had a fine lane against Jensen for the little bit, but then in the side lanes, the Kennen and Yone just took over.
So this composition from FlyQuest is reminding me a lot of what we saw yesterday from Cloud9 in their series against TSM, always just going full send on the dive. Everybody. JJ played so well in game number 1. The Rel locked in, as you said. The response to the Rel is the Janna. So remember that when Rel goes in, it's sort of a slow animation where she jumps in the air and you see the mark on the ground and it's here she comes. And Janna can interrupt that with a tornado to stop Rel's disengage and make it easier for the Kai'Sa to stay alive and not get caught out. I actually like this a lot from FlyQuest in the bottom lane. I am by no means an expert on bottom lane 2v2s, but in theory, based on how Janna does against other engaged supports like Leona with using her tornado, I'm a fan.
Normally, I would have questioned the Janna because it didn't fit the identity of what the other champions were trying to do.
Even though he was still above half HP, because he knew this was coming. And now, it's up to Team Liquid to work together in the 2v2 and get the kill. It's first blood over to Alphari. He tries to get away. Santorin even flashed close to him to try to heal him, I believe. But it was not in time. It's a 1-for-1 here in the top lane. First blood plus assist goes over to TL. The minion wave is crashing into the turret, so it is advantage for Liquid on that one. Down here in bottom, the 2v2 occurred while we were watching the dive in top lane. Looks like we got the exhaust out of Diamond and 2 summoner spells out of Kai'Sa, while we got only the ignite and flash from Core JJ.
So I think the move that Licorice did that really saved him was he chugged his drunken rage
and the boots and the longsword. That is a very well-equipped horse for not even 6 minutes into the game, as Palafox arrives back into mid and immediately starts going for the 1v1 kill on Jensen. Ulti's used here from both mid laners. Palafox using the R2 to get back to a more defensive position. Knows he doesn't have kill pressure on Jensen. He doesn't have ignite. He has the TP. So that's just ulti for ulti.
Cheeky there for out of Palafox. No deep vision anywhere else, but in the meantime, Team Liquid maybe thinking about a dive?
No Janna to stop the damage in the CC on that one. Core JJ stays alive. Tactical 2. Diamond firing out the tornado, but it just doesn't hit him. And Team Liquid, they see the opening and they go for it to grab their second kill.
They can go for more. Is he going to go for Diamond as well? He just has to back up the sad B. Gonna even lose the control ward there. He knows that Team Liquid just dominates his bottom lane 2 games in a row. It belongs to them.
Alphari and Licorice still up in this 1v1 life. Alphari jumps right back into the cask. He doesn't even care about that. He just wants to continue trading aggressively on his opponent here. Another Q at the back end to heal up a bit further. Alphari continuing the chase, but when the big man takes a swing,
here we go. This Kai'Sa has no flash, and George J is right there.
Well, the tornado was not interrupting much of anything. The Ferromancy stuns Diamond, but Tactical's eating a lot of damage from Johnson. Team Liquid without proper focus here might end up losing their AD carry. Alphari tries to go in, but Diamond gets the kill and stays alive. Team Liquid going in too hard. Diamond with 100 HP. Johnson still barely kept alive too. Tactical stays alive with his heal. And what looked like could have been an amazing outplay for FlyQuest turns into a 1-for-1 here in the bottom lane.
I still think it's a huge play for FlyQuest. Look at what's happened on the top side of the map. Jose Dioto gets
it to the bottom lane, wants to go for the play, for the dive, for the onslaught of shadows. Tactical's running out. Jose Dioto still on the chase here, and it's Core JJ who has to use the Ferromancy trying to get himself out. Santorin joins the fight, dropping the heal on Core. Licorice has arrived over the wall. He goes with some damage onto the enemy jungler, and FlyQuest is making some plays today. Santorin lives just barely, but he and Tactical are in for a rude awakening. This is a 5v2 dive. It is a 1-for-1 there as Tactical's trying to turn it right back around. He grabs 2. Samira gets herself some kills, and it's an even trade. 2-for-2 here in the bottom lane on that fight.
It's a deja vu. It's kind of like the same play that Team Liquid made, committing so many members to the play before knowing if they will even have the damage to pull it off. Palafox is just doing the same thing we saw earlier, but that in the bottom lane was just so close.
We don't have time to talk about those problems because right now Licorice has some more problems.
Whoa!
What? Oh, no, you hate to see it. Santorin misses the spear, but Johnson's joined the fight. Johnson ends up baiting his own ally into a bad situation and getting him killed. Alfari with the flash forward. That spear is going to find the mark. Alfari still keeping himself alive as Palafox wants to clean these guys up. He lands the E, and the follow-up damage should be plenty. Santorin backing away, but with a TP showing up from Jensen, Palafox will not be able to pursue the second kill here. What a wild and strange series of events here in the top lane.
Yeah, that would not have happened if it was for the spear landing, but now CoreJJ,
it's Metal Horse versus Metal Horse, and Jose Diodo is heavy metal, baby. Get the kill on
able to turn this, right? You think of all the other supports that are played right now, these Alistars, Nautiluses, Leonas, Rels, but she gets her and just tornadoes people away, and now we're back to a dragon fight that Licorice is stuck in one man. Where is he?
Stops.
Where is he there?
Licorice is dead. Team Liquid has control over the bottom side river. They are going to grab themselves a Drake here. With the kill on the enemy top laner, they know there's no contest for this one, so Team Liquid's going up 2-0 in that respect. Now we got another fight here in the top side of the map as Alfari is using the Dominus to go for a kill on Johnson, but the Scuttle Crab is smited. FlyQuest has bodies nearby. Rift Herald is now just leashed for Team Liquid, and they will end up taking both neutral objectives across Summoner's Rift within a couple of moments of each other.
That off, then I think you actually have a good chance, but they're getting though.
Oh, baby, look at the damage coming in from Team Liquid underneath the Tier 2 turret. Sayonara Johnson. They get the objective, they get the kill. Alfari's keeping Licorice occupied down there in the bottom side of the jungle, too. And it's not like they can even go for anything after the fact. The neutral objectives are off the map, Crumbs.
That Rel engage is just so filthy there from the side. Santorin, he's not by himself, though. Jose doesn't have Ghost, but he's just really fast, so Team Liquid won't steal the Grump. They'll be happy with just the turret.
Work out too well here. Jose Diodo escaping as Alfari moves in, but now they're turning it right back around. Alfari's caught in the middle of 4. He heals himself right back up. Jensen's ulti again. Not going to find a whole lot here, but Licorice is down to 1/4. Team Liquid bringing in the cavalry. CoreJJ has arrived, and Jose Diodo is down. Licorice retreating with the rest of FlyQuest as Team Liquid find themselves 1 kill and are on the hunt for even more. Still, nothing to take after the fact. There is no Drake, there is no Baron. TL get the kill and nothing more.
You know, you say Alfari's caught in the middle of 4 FlyQuest members.
Palafox versus actually mid lane. Palafox is jumping in. Akali versus an AD carry. Normally not going to be a very fair matchup, but it is Samira, so let's see where it goes. Tactical going right back in. Spin to win, but it will not win today. Palafox with a 1v1 victory as the 4v4 is breaking out at the same time here in the bottom side river. Alfari back up to almost full HP there with the Gore Drinker and Sterax Shield, buying time as the rest of FlyQuest is trying to make way for their mid laner to enter into the fight here with the TP. Licorice goes in, Licorice goes down. Jensen grabbing the killing spree as Jose Diodo is at half health. Alfari going to be targeted next as Jensen gets away to the side. Palafox looking to chase after him. Stuns coming through, damage coming out. Palafox retreating back towards the bottom lane. Over the wall goes Santorin, and Team Liquid, despite the fact that they're 4v5 here in this fight, outfight their opponents, and they'll take the Drake.
FlyQuest messed up the engage. They were not synchronized. Licorice went in by himself, then Jose Diodo was alone, and they didn't wait for Palafox to get that TP. They should have been way more patient there. You had all the time in the world. Samira was dead, doesn't have teleport. She's never making it back in. The fact that Team Liquid wins that is just incredible for them. It puts them at sole point this game thus far, and that definitely will protect you from what Team Liquid is trying to do. Here we go, trying to catch CoreJJ, who re-engages.
CoreJJ is fearless. Another shockwave not finding the mark. Johnson goes over the wall chasing after CoreJJ, but Alfari's arrived to keep him alive. Santorin now going to be jumped on by Palafox there in the smoke, keeping himself going. Alfari takes the kill on the enemy AD carry, and now Tactical's kept alive by his own immortal shield bow. Spinning around in the middle of everybody, 1v3. The man's able to find some damage before he falls over. Palafox grabbing a double kill. Diamond runs out, and it's a double over to Alfari as well. Palafox wants to get anything and everything he can in the back of this fight. He knows he has to be the carry here, but up against that Gator, it is not happening today, my friends. Triple kill for Alfari. Diamond is on the run. That B cannot ever kill this champion when that ability is available. But considering Palafox now has no ulti, has half HP, is not in any condition to take a fight, and he's the one person on the enemy team who is strong enough to carry one, it means Team Liquid's not afraid to go in and start up the Baron. They switch their aggro immediately over to FlyQuest when they come to check. Licorice is dead, and now it's 5v4 here on the map. Palafox trying to stay nearby to participate in the fight. He's still not full HP, still no ulti. No flash either. That one's about to be ready. The Team Liquid with control over this Baron pit, feeling plenty comfortable to finish this one up. Turret destroyed there in mid lane. They finally get the tier 1. Jose Diodo looking to maybe go for a hero play. Core JJ wants to stun him up there with the Pheromancy. Jensen trying to cut him off. Alfari chasing him away from the Baron pit. They do not want to allow any sort of a 50-50 here. Crumbs, Jensen, Alfari, and Core JJ are all trying to stop Jose. He gets away
when Fly is clumped up like this.
They've got free firing time on this bottom lane tier 3. Jose Diodo using that devastating charge, looking for a chance to go in, but Team Liquid's not going to give him one. Palafox down to half. Alfari trying to follow it up, grab a little bit more damage here. Palafox getting himself away, having to use the ultis. Licorice does not have the same kinds of escape tools in his kit, and the big man is down yet again in this game. What is that? 8 deaths for Licorice's Gragas here in game number 2 against Team Liquid. He is struggling in this one. Santorin's in the back line grabbing a kill, using the Zonias to keep himself alive after it. Now Jose Diodo's on the run. Johnson's trying to get away. Alfari takes a quick shower and the fountain laser, and a man still standing. Johnson and Palafox still left alive. Palafox jumping in, uses the stasis to buy some time, but that time will not last, my friends. Team Liquid, they kill 4, they break into the base, they've got the minions underneath the Nexus turrets. Everyone's just throwing their bodies into the fountain now for some reason, and this should be game. Licorice back alive, but it's him and Johnson in a 2v4 as Team Liquid look to end this series 2-0 and move on to the semifinals next week. Alfari gets hit with the belly flop, knocked back a little bit here. Team Liquid still looking to maybe end the game, but had the stats first. Licorice wants to escape. He doesn't want death number 9. Team Liquid really want to hand it to him, though. Johnson keeps himself alive, and Core JJ ends up falling. Johnson dies on the back end of that fight there. Tactical still somehow staying alive through this one, but that is it. A shutdown on Tactical doesn't mean a thing. It's 12-20. It's a win for Team Liquid, and they will take this series 2-0.
Padding the stats on the Nexus, showing off to the rest of the world what they can do. And there was one player, though, that we always say, oh, it's Santorin the KD.